Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota, Tim. Welcome to another beautiful day here in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And welcome to a very long time, it seems like, since we've made Crushing It for Christ. And I've had a lot of things to reflect on. I've been doing a little praying. I've been doing a little soul searching, and I had a little concern. I had some anxieties. I had all the things that we all have kind of creeping up in my life. And I said, wait a minute. You know, you think you're doing it all on your own up here. Things are going along pretty good. You've had a very good couple of weeks since you left Florida, and you might be getting a little bit too big for your pants. So you started letting things come in, and memories and thoughts and worries and concerns and not sure and wanting to make some irrational decisions possibly. I said, let me seek what the good Lord has to say. And that brings us to today's message that I read from the famous Jesus Calling devotional that I read from, that I received from a subscriber. I don't know, over a year ago. Where's my glasses? Here they are. So before I read the message, it's talking today about baby steps, and what you might think is a huge step might be a very small step for some people. And what you think is a small step could be a huge step to others. So we're not to judge, and we are to, trust in God to lead us in what we're thinking about doing in our lives. Now we know that, right? That's a little bit too simple. Let me just kind of read and then I'm going to kind of expound on what we read afterwards instead of talking before. A little warm in here. All right, today is September 25th, right? Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I get lost. All right, it's September 25th. Pour all your energy into trusting me. All right away. Pour all your energy into trusting me. Is that what you do? Oh, thank you. The air conditioning came on. Put it right on me there. Do you pour all of your energy into trusting God? Or do you just trust Him when things are not going so good, or you're concerned about things? So right there is something to think about right there. Pour all your energy into trusting me. It is trust that you stay connected to me, aware of my presence. Every step of your life's journey can be a step of faith. Every step in your life's journey, let's talk about myself. Every step I'm taking in this journey that I'm up here, just for today, just for the last, since I've been on my little vacation from Florida, can be a step of faith. And it was. When I left, I talked about it for a long time, and then I finally left. I had no idea where I was going to go. And God, once again, provided. I ended up getting a place that my daughter had booked a year ago, and I was able to do a lot of things 2- and 3-fold. I was able to have time to think, have time to sit somewhere for a while, not go in the wrong direction, see my family, get this very inexpensive campsite because of the Discover America, America the Beautiful card, and all of that. And that's where I'm actually going to go back to. So that was an act of faith. Baby steps of trust are simple for you. You can take them with almost unconscious ease. Giant steps are another matter altogether. Leaping across chasms of semi-darkness, scaling cliffs of uncertainty, trudging through the valley of the shadow of death. These feats require sheer concentration as well as utter commitment to me. So that's when we were reading earlier. Are you giving all of your trust into God? Got one pulling coming in. And just to recap on that, These feats require sheer concentration as well as utter commitment to me. When you're taking those trudging through valley of the shadow of death, leaping across chasms in semi-darkness, scaling cliffs of uncertainty, these descriptions can be anything that you're making a mountain out of a molehill, which way to go on the freeway, or big major decisions that you're faced with, issues with your health, your family, your children, other monumental things that are monumental in here, between those ears. It doesn't matter what it is. But what you do require that we're learning here is that we need to have sheer concentration as well as utter commitment to Him. Each of my children is a unique blend of temperament, giftedness, and life experiences. Something that is a baby step for you may be a giant step for another person, and vice versa. Only I know the difficulty or ease of each segment of your journey. So when you're thinking, oh, this is going to be a giant step, or this is an easy step to go here, go there, to make that decision, or purchase that, or don't do this, you don't know. Only He knows the difficulty of each segment of your journey. So again, it gets back to requiring you to have utter concentration and commitment to Him. This, folks, is what He's saying is it doesn't matter how big this baby step is, how big the step is, baby step or giant leaps. You need to ask God before you just jump out there. Look before you leap. And wait on the Lord to see if that's the right thing. He will not fail you. He didn't fail me. I mean, I had so many confusion and about what I'm supposed to be doing. This trip couldn't be better. I thought, no way, you heard me. You heard me weeks ago. I don't want to go here. I've been there so many times. I know it like the back of my hand. Well, why did I come here so many times? Must like it. So here's where He brought me. Here's where I am. This is what I'm doing. I'm feeling good. I hate to brag, but I'm looking good. I'm concentrating. I'm just exhilarated. I'm just so stoked about where I'm sitting. And my home is right here. This is where I've been living. After you spend like a week somewhere, that's where you're at. It's not, you've moved away from that, oh, I got to pack it all up. It's time to drive, time to travel. No, I'm here now. This is different. This is life. This is it. And it's because He blessed me and answered my prayer without me even knowing. I didn't even know. But He didn't let anything else come into fruition that I thought I wanted to do. I mean, up until like just being here, I had no idea. It wasn't like, okay, I finally got it. All right, that's where you want me to go? Fine. I just ended up. And even though the first campground, you look at everything in hindsight like, well, what was the point of going there for a couple of days? It was because that was all available. They had this car show up here. Campsites were rare. And after I had a couple of days of at least checking it out and discovering that, hey, there's a lot more to do here. And the people are really nice. What do you need to go move for? Stay right here. And I spent another day of just going around looking, calling, on the phone. And I don't know why He didn't just make me call here right away or why. It's a lot of things that He puts us through is to finally, when we get the thing that we want, is that He gets the glory and you appreciate how, it just didn't just fall in your lap like a boom, boom, boom. He just keeps giving you and blessing you. It makes you go through a little bit. And that's what you got to remember. When things aren't coming exactly like the way you want, remember there is a gold at the end of the rainbow. He will ultimately provide to you and to me and everybody else their individual journey and what gives them the most happiness if we first concentrate, utter concentration and commitment to Him. He's faithful. Um, I'll reread. Something that is a baby step for you may be a giant step for some other person and vice versa. Only I know the difficulty or ease of each segment of your journey. Beware of trying to impress others by acting as if your giant steps are only baby ones. Do not judge others who hesitate in trembling fear before an act that would be easy for you. If each of my children would seek to please me above all else, fear of other judgments would vanish, as would attempts to impress others. Focus your attention on the path just ahead of you and on the one who never leaves your side. So, very simply, he sizes it up before we read the scriptures that follow this devotion. He sizes it up by saying right there, I'll reread that one last sentence. Focus your attention on the path just ahead of you and the one who never leaves your side. Focus on the direction you think you need to go or want to go and on him. And he will make your path clear. He will see it clear. He will open all the doors. He will provide everything that you need. And when you see someone else that you say, that's easy for you, but maybe difficult for them, is not to judge. People are fighting their own journey. They're taking their own path at their own pace. God is working at different times in their life than he is for you. Maybe there's something that they're going to do monumental, and you may be doing something similar to that, but it won't be for 6 months from now. The key is to have God in your life and to constantly remember that he is the one that can provide you your needs. Money, food, health, roof over your head, a car or vehicle to drive, a place, like I said, a roof over your head, somewhere to live. He is the one. As long as you've got those and your health major, aren't you satisfied? And all the other things that you think you want, when you're taking those things for granted, let's first give gratitude and focus on staying ultimately committed to God to keep the roof, the health, the house, the car that's reliable, the money that you need to eat and pay your bills. First, just be grateful each and every day. I don't care how much you got. You can lose it all. And what good does it do to gain the whole world and lose your soul? Or your health. So just remember, health is wealth. If you have someone in your life too that you're not appreciating as much as you should have, and they were the best thing that ever happened to you, that God blessed you with, like God blesses us with children. They are a blessing from God, the Bible teaches. If you are failing to treat them right, respect them, and honor them, and make sure that they have a voice, and to show them love, and you lose that, or start getting less respect, that could be a very big problem in your life. So if you're blessed to be with someone that you're married to, or you've been with a man or a woman for multiple years, even a short time, but you know it's the right thing, you know it's the right person, build on that. Build on that. Now, let's read the scriptures and wrap up this Crushing It for Christ devotional this morning. And the first one is so familiar to everybody, even people that don't go to church or read the Bible have heard this. And that is from Psalms 23:4, the 23rd Psalm. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it when they hear the 23rd Psalm. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. I mean, if you just repeated that to yourself every day, like so many have all their lives, it's worth repeating. You can memorize this one, the 23rd Psalm. Look it up and remember it. So you can tell yourself. You don't have to read it. You can just repeat it. Like our Father who art in heaven. That's another one. Because that's what God tells us to pray. Not to be with loud words or lots of words and all these actions, to just simply say that prayer. Even though I always say extra things, makes me feel good. But God says all I have to say is, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. That one. Now this one again is, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. And the next one is from the New Testament, the book of Matthew in chapter 7, and it's verses 1 and 2. And it reads, Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use it, will be measured to you. Ouch. Ouch. That's why you don't make fun of people. You don't criticize people. You don't gossip people. You don't judge people. You don't do those kinds of things. Have we done it? Have I done it? Hell yes. But I don't think that you or I or most people, and the people that I meet every day, I mean, nobody knows another man's heart, but they go around doing that. Most people are good people. Especially in this part of the country, people are God-fearing people. People are very neighborly. You can just tell when they meet you in the store. If they were the other kind, a hateful, judgmental person, they wouldn't even look at you. They wouldn't give you the time of day. But you can know them by their fruit. Grow your fruit. If you got bad fruit hanging off of your branches, get rid of it. Cut it off. And grow. Let God grow in you and produce more fruit. So do not judge others, folks. All right, the next one is a proverb. It's Proverbs 29, verse 25. Fear of man will prove to be a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is kept safe. So there you go, folks. I mean, it's just so encouraging to know that God is real. He, no doubt in your life, has proven himself to be real countless times. He has answered prayers in your own life, as he has mine, countless times. I've been a believer since I was a little boy. I was raised to believe in God. I prayed to get out of trouble, to get out of whoopings, spankings, however you like to term it. We called it whoopings. I was afraid to lie if my brother or my sisters told me, swear to God, about saying something. They say, you swear to God? I wouldn't say, I swear to God, if I knew I was lying. I wouldn't do it. Out of fear of the Lord, because the Lord is real. The Lord will help you. The Lord will bless you beyond anything that you can imagine. And the only thing you got to do, doesn't cost you any money. There's no works that you have to do. There's no church you must attend. There's nothing except to fall on your face, to fall on your knees beside your bed. You don't have to get down on your knees. All you have to do is say, Father, I believe in you. I'm a sinner. I know I'm a sinner. You've shown me my sin. Please forgive me of that sin. I know that your Son, Jesus Christ, died on a cross and shed his blood to wash me clean so I can look at you, the Father, and you can look at me without judgment because I've accepted Jesus Christ into my life. It's very simple. It's confessing that Christ was God, born of a virgin, lived to be 33 years old, and went to a cross and died a sinless man for you because you are sin. You are filthy rags to God's eyes until you've accepted Christ into your life. And once you do that, you will still be a person living in a earthly tent called a body, but your soul, your mind, and the Holy Spirit that will indwell you. And if you talk to him and love him and have this relationship in your heart with God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. They're all one, the Trinity. You can speak to either one of them you want. You're talking to the same person. And you can bring all your trust and worries upon him. You don't have to go through life worrying about different things. Will you? Yes. Will we backslide? Likely. Will we forget? All the time. But if you can remember, however long it takes you to get back on track, that a compass will always point north. God is always there. He will always hear you and waiting for you to ask him to lift you up and to bring you back into his loving arms and care for you and open up all the doors. And when things change in your life, when they go down the tubes a little bit, or you're riding that crest of success and you don't need God and you think that you're doing it all, and then all of a sudden, hard times come, and then you finally get to the point where you're broken and you call out to him. Thank God he's a forgiving God and always there to wait on you and to take you back into his loving arms, instead of going, oh no, I gave you a chance. You've just put me by the wayside. I blessed you with all this and you thought it was all you. But no, he's not like that, because he's love. And that's why when we were talking earlier, that's what you need to be. You need to get off of this hate. You need to get off of this judgment. You need to get off of all this crap that has nothing to do with you. You know what you are? You're not even a grain of sand on a beach. You're not even one grain of sand on all the beaches in the entire world. Think about that. You're nothing. You're just a little micro. You're not even a micro. Not even micro. In the scheme of the universe, and yet look how much God will give you, you little thing, attention. You personally, out of all the other people in the world, 7 billion of us, close to 8 billion now, I think. And all you have to do is believe, call out into him, and he is right there. Once you've confessed him as Lord and he's in your heart, he's not even somewhere you got to draw him from the other side of the world. He's residing right here. But he only lives in you when you have a relationship with him. Just like your own life. If you don't have a relationship with your family, your friends, your coworkers, and you ostracize them or you judge them, they're not with you. You've got to be united. You've got to understand. You've got to humble yourself. You got to crush it.